Hey, salut, bienvenue, c'est Dragon Italic, j'espère que vous allez bien. On se retrouve sur Beyond of Eternity 2. Ça, c'est la musique de quel noir?
Ahoy! Would you look at that?
Captain.
Watcher. Good, you have arrived.
Ahoy there yourself, Captain. What do I be but a pretty bit of man meat to dangle from a wrist?
A little seabird informs me that you have dealt with our mutual problem, the scoundrel Gelarde. For this, you have my grandest commendation.
You'd have been right amused, you would. Few sights as fine as that hard-blowing three-sheeter getting what's long been due him.
You are lacking in so many ways, my former ship hunter, that no one can say you are not entertaining. I myself would have enjoyed watching you put the scoundrel in his place. That he did, indeed. And as promised, I have prepared for you a fine prize. However, there is another matter of which I must confess to you a bit of a problem has arisen. One which speaks to your expertise with the supernatural. We've sighted the floating hangman that haunts the Deadfire. It would seem I have undervalued you, Watcher. I will not mince words, as you undoubtedly know what we are up against. This galleon. What likely remains of the fund? We have been losing ships at sea, amico. And not to those Valera ship-hunting bastards. I bet fortune favors us, as I have procured a survivor from such a recent sinking. Come forth, Selenia. Quickly now.
Il
or I will
veut
run the risk.
que je fasse de la chasse aux navires fantômes.
Well, spit it out, Selenia, and try not to embarrass me.
Of course, Captain. It might have pretty hard near the end, but I spit the tale as best as I can. Go on, gent. I'm ready as I'm like to get me. You aren't quite what I expected, Watcher. You're kinder than most. Saw my old crew slaughtered me, my best mates, and even a few I hated. They weren't but blood and meat in the end. It branded the back of my eyes that moment. High seas, nothing but blue all around. Then mist so thick you could taste it. Was a hunt, not for loot, but for bodies. The ship, it looked rotted. The crew, they were all undead. Couldn't stop them from boarding, couldn't kill them, couldn't even fight them in the end. They were dreadful. Some were clothed, like maybe they'd only recently died. Others weren't more than moving, but one was different. Her presence was overwhelming. Heavy. Flames burned in the place of her eyes. The crew shambled hard to do her bidding. Even the ones who seemed hardly aware figured she was the captain, me.
There is a flag the floating hangman flies. A flag that once heralded the von Ferrus of Old Valia. It belonged to a Darkotsi paladin of some legend, one Lucia Rivan. But Selenia's knowledge is limited in this regard. Let us instead ask her of a subject she may know.
Me and my crew were adept. Alert. Always. Was some magic foul. Just sudden like, the winds died, the waters fell flat and the air got... Then this thick fog roiled up, at midday. Without a sound, skimmed right out. It was too late. Dunno me. Drifted for days, maybe longer. Kept winking in and out after...
One of mine found her no more than a week ago. Malnourished.
Well, I'm more than able to gabble now, aren't I? Could sail, too. No, you got no reason to keep me.
Perhaps there is something else you wish to ask of our guest before she...
Calling me Craven? Huh, sure, I am. Took a knock in and I was out for a while. When I came to, they were eating Ganasco, our steward. I dropped a dinghy and rode for it. Don't know why they didn't give chase. Don't...
She belongs to Aldis, who undoubtedly will come to claim her soon. But that is a problem for another time. One moment, Watcher.
Looks like we'll be making a salty grog-sucking cur of this one yet.
Mind the manner in which you address me, ship hunter. Allow me to cut to the heart of it. Lucia Rivan, whose flag flies atop our spectral ship, was a Darkotsi paladin who died. It is my hope that uncovering the details regarding dear Rivan's fate in life may illuminate the nature of her undeath. Unfortunately, the only soul who could possibly shine more light on one Isir the Berethian, now well rotted, I presume. Regrettably, I know little but this. He was an Ediran warrior priest of Bereth. He chased our Dakotsi to the Deadfire, hunting her too, shortly after slaughtering our brave paladin. The priest, that he was entombed in honor of his service to Berath, in Neketaka's sacred stair. By all accounts, our Rivan was a Darkotsi paladin who sailed to the Deadfire in order to safeguard a royal weapon of Old Valia. She is the epitome of Grand Valia, of magnificence, honor, and duty. Living or undead, and yet, we know not why, but a Berethian priest called Isir opposed. They fought to the death. Rivan's, to be precise, along with her life. Rivan lost the sword. It has, lamentably, remained unfindable since. Indeed, I do. Though I and mine cannot so openly venture into the depths of Neketaka, nor can we commune with the dead. You, Watcher, you must search the temple of Berath on Neketaka's sacred stair. Isir's tomb within it should contain a chronicle for how... Gelarde, do return when you've any lead. I will be waiting. Gelarde. Such a solace it is to see you again. Miko, do you know how I have lived so long in this life of piracy? You may already be aware, but I am a Dokotsi Paladin, the first chair on the Consuelo, and my crews have been known to call me the last Marchese. Come, let us share a fine conversation. I am listening, amico. What weighs on your mind in this moment, Casita? Corres.
Bon, il veut que je chasse une folle qui date de plus de 200 ans en tant que fantôme, quoi. On n'est pas sorti de l'auberge, hein. Parce que vu comment il a décrit, elle doit être bien hard à buter, hein.
Sure. Steady does it. Huh?
Ça va être la merde.
Much ado to you, Casita. A word of advice. Guard your back in dunnage. You have not yet carved a name for yourself or your crew. Yet you choose to swim in a sea of sharks. Elsewise, how might I be of assistance? The Consuelo will need to vote on it. But with your reputation, and if you vanquished Benwith, as appears to be the case, I will speak with Ferrante so that he may... You have my ear, Casita. Of what do you wish to discuss today? Yes, our Council of Captains. There are 7 seats on the Consuelo, each occupied by a high-ranking captain within the Principe. To claim a seat, a captain must have substantial backing and sufficient power, both politically and physically. Ferrante, the last Marcheso, holds the highest ranking seat because the most ships in our entire fleet have pledged loyalty to his flag. As you can guess, the Sea Wolf, Aldis, commands the second most numerous fleet of ships. As such, she is the second chair, and I am the third. Perhaps you would like to attend the proceedings when the Consuelo next convenes. I met Ferrante decades ago. Many years I sailed as his first, when in the Principe, do as the Valians do. Unless, of course, you may have noticed a divide between old blood and the new. By which I mean those who descended from or otherwise hold old Valia in grandest, and the varied and often uncouth recruits we have since. As a Casita of some repute, you will be most...
Gelarde, such a solid. Who better to ask than the Ak? What is it you wish to know? We are a magnificent but largely landless people. To survive, we must seize prosperity where we can. Hence, we are oft labeled as pirates, smugglers. It will not always be so. Ak, what is it you wish to know? Indeed, amico. We are descended from refugees who fled during Old Valia's decline. They sailed but they did not settle the islands. Today, even, our shipboard life. Ak, what is it you wish to know? What matters is not who they were, Casita. Only that we took it from them. But as you are curious, I will tell you this. The architecture of Balefire Beacon. My own research into the island upon which I established Dunwich paints these ruins in a picture of blood and agony. Whatever dwarves sought to make their refuge here were exterminated by a crusher. Fortuitously for us, Ondra shelters her loyal sailor. Ark, what is it you wish to know? Come, let us...
Bon. C'est fini. Pour cet endroit-là, on a fini de parler avec l'autre. Donc il faut que je retourne en bas. Non, c'est pas là que je dois retourner. Là.
I've got it.
Ah, ça c'était celle qui voulait la potion magique pour pouvoir merde, avoir un enfant.
On it.
Pourquoi je peux pas lui parler?
I've got it.
Ça sert à quoi qu'elle m'accompagne si je peux pas lui parler, bordel? C'est complètement merdique. Oh putain! J'ai un morico qui veut me buter. Ah, il a fait demi-tour là. Dans ta gueule.
You're the captain who Aldi's invited to parley, ain't you? I'm to keep an eye out. It's so I can provide you an escort when you arrive. Right this way, Captain. It's my pleasure to show up.
You must be Captain. Glad you could make it, Loveson. what you see. The mark on this side, it means I'm the second highest rank on the Council of Captains. I'm but one chair below that cockrot Ferrante. Now, I know I offered you a full parley, but I'm a pirate, which means I'm loyal to my crew. You killed my fourth chair and a damn good friend. A part of me might be impressed, but a part... If you've an explanation, I'd advise you to give it up real quick. Being the captain of an entire fleet means you can do whatever the blast. You cut off my right hand. How do you plan to replace it? He said you had a smart mouth. But I suppose this'll quell my anger. For a time. Now that we've got that out of the way, I'll admit, I really like you, Captain. I'd like to make you a deal. Forgive me for dragging you all this way, but I find the proposition of a partnership best work. Me and mine within the Principe would make for powerful allies on your side. But would you give us loyalty in return? That I'd like to know. You're the cautious type. I can respect that. Or maybe you just like to be wooed. But is it gold, booze, or power you're after?
Y a pas les femmes.
I'll offer you all three. But I like to be courted too, lovesome. And I always come first. Say you wanted to entice an alliance of like-minded captains. You might start by aiding one of my best in Nekataka. She smuggles through the Undercroft. Goes by the name of Mad Morena, she does. And let me tell you, Dove, she's earned the moniker. You're a hard one to read. Fancy a game of cards some night? I'll take your answer as a yes. You've a bright future ahead of you, Watcher. See that you don't tarnish it by flying the wrong pirates. I know you've met with Ferrante, that you may even be working for him. That pribbling But that doesn't mean you can't partner with me instead. Don't do anything to let him catch on. Just keep me appraised of certain future events as they shape up. Shh! No need to say anything, not yet. You just think on it next time you're toiling for a man who'd happily gut you after you've done his bidding. When the time's right, we'll set our strategy. Or what can I do, you lovesome? Got something for me, Dove? I'm all ears. As you wish, Dove. I am happily and wholehearted. We're the future. We're pirates, lovesome. We own. Ferrante pines for a homeland he's never seen. But what does old Valia mean to me? Though if you're Valian and you want to join our bloodline, you're more than welcome. Generations ago, and I grew like a weed in the deerwood, you see? You say Consueglo me casitas. I say Council of Captains. You say Principe. I say best pirates in the Deadfire. What? Like for hobbies? When I'm not out plundering the seas, I'm right here ruling my fleet. Don't guess you like the same? Well, sure. You're welcome to use mine, but perhaps later.
Bon. Il va falloir que je fasse gaffe parce que sur leur proposition, il n'y a pas ce que je veux. Attendez. Faut que je regarde quelque chose dans les options. Non, c'est pas ça. Si. Normalement il y est, mais il me le montre pas. Normalement il devrait me montrer dans une conversation si ça me donne de la réputation pour telle ou telle faction ou autre. Mais ça me le fait pas. C'est un peu chiant. Et surtout... Non. Voilà, c'est ça que je veux. La puissance, je m'en fous. Je veux la perception. « 16. Ouais, perception, il va falloir que j'augmente. Faut que j'augmente. Bon, maintenant il ne reste plus qu'à prier pour que je tombe pas sur le putain de bateau. Fantôme. Ah oui, ça, il faut souvent sauvegarder avant, parce qu'il y a un risque qu'on ne gagne rien du tout. D'accord, en fait c'est un bateau qui était malade, la peste ou un truc dans le genre. Voilà. C'est un hall. Oh, voilà. Bon, on essaye d'enlever le brouillard de guerre, hein. Moi je gagne de l'expérience comme ça. Hop. Pas d'équipage malade. Bon, tant que c'est juste une baleine, je prends pas. Putain, casse-toi. Casse-toi, toi, connard. Pars-toi. Je suis pas une prise, moi. Tu veux faire une prise, va voir ailleurs. Bon, la nourriture, l'eau, ça va commencer à manquer encore. Ah, je peux pas acheter mon pognon par les fenêtres, hein. Oh putain. Le nuage il se déplace. Si le nuage se déplace, veut dire que c'est le vaisseau pirate. Voilà qui est assez... Ah, le mec il fait tout le tour pour pas passer dans les canals de ça. D'accord. Bah, je me suis fait de la réputation, c'est bon. Bon, cela il va être surtout qu'on décortique la purée de pois hein, jusqu'à Natkata. Principalement.
The ring of a bell comes to you on a cold wind.
Ah, Verat.
The ring comes again and again, until soon the air is full with you are alone. And then
Berat, Matra, Eliane, Ouda, Garm.
An indistinct figure stands before you, flickering between forms like a fire-cast shadow. A fixed, taunting grin. Bottomless, and at their back, 4 indistinct shades hover. You feel an eternity stretch out behind each of them. The shifting image of Berith settles on the aspect of
Watcher.
Her voice is the discordant clangor of gongs.
I tasked you to discover Aethys's intentions. Tell me what you have learned.
The pallid night knits her brows.
He does not see.
Her sickly pale skin pulls tight across the bones of her face, as if the shell of this aspect does not quite fit. The figure nearest Berith dissolves and reforms in the image of a thin-lipped ancient crone, whose the goddess Wodica
J'avais
strides
raison, Wodica, avec sa couronne de merde.
Does Aethys frighten you, Berith? He should. Margron subdued Aethys's influence once before, and yet he returned.
From out of Wodica's shadow shuffles a hunched, bald man you recognize as the god.
Ah non, c'est Skarn.
His skin is mapped with swollen lash scars, and breath whistles through the ragged hole in his face, where his nose once was. He does not speak, but stares up at Wodica, with Wodica steeples her long, knob-jointed fingers.
We must annihilate Aethys now, before he makes a rash decision we cannot easily annul.
She casts a sly look at the...
A moon would do the job nicely.
The figure beside the aspect of Berith flows forward in a swirling cloud of ash. The ash falls to the tiles and reveals a molten-skinned woman, leaning on a monstrous, wicked-edged broadsword. Mogren's glowing lips curl in disdain.
We must find a solution to the problem of Aethys that is neither do nothing, nor destroy the world. I acted in haste during the Saints' War. You will not goad me into doing the same now. To move against him while his plans are unknown would be the height of foolishness. We must find wisdom in precaution.
The pallid knight tilts her head to the side and gives you the long-suffering
No.
Another of the silent figures
Face
steps
us.
forward, and the warm, golden light of a summer's afternoon spills across your face.
Let's all take a deep, calming breath. Perhaps cooler heads will prevail.
Behind Helia's...
Aethys has been separated from us for too long. Isn't it possible he intends only to gather enough souls to reclaim his realm in the beyond? He should be welcomed.
You look up then into avian eyes. Through them, you see clouds of starlings converge and divide. Scan shuffles forward.
Yes, yes. We should welcome Aethys's return to the fold. His gratitude then, when he believes himself to be in our good grace.
Scan licks the ragged edge of his lipless mouth and grins, then turns to Helia.
I did not expect such such a deliciously ruthless act.
Helia's feathered crest stands on end.
You wretched little creature.
Your point is well made, little watcher. If self-evident, Aethys has not been known to possess a vindictive nature. Indeed, he has occasionally been. However, if we push him to the brink of reason, there is no telling what he may do. He is, as ever, unpredictable.
Something akin to fondness creeps into her voice. The pallid knight gestures for silence.
Aethys cannot be killed, but he may be subdued. Yet to do so will take immense power and time. Both stand in his favor.
Magran grits her black glass teeth.
That is why we must ascertain his plans before he...
She begins to pace. Her steps leave little Magran stops and balls her hands into...
Even if we manage to destroy his current form, there is the possibility he could return, if he has not already absorbed all of his children.
The pallid knight casts a cold, cutting glare in Magran's...
Magran speaks too freely. That knowledge is beyond...
Worika waves the gods to silence.
Aethys gathers strength.
Her voice takes on a sharp, almost panicked edge.
There is no sensible answer to the question of a resurgent Aethys, other than decisive, final action.
Your opinion is unasked for, but noted. We will act when it is appropriate.
The pallid knight steps away from the half-circle of assembled gods. The words she speaks next come not from her mouth.
Follow him, Watcher.
The black of the pallid knight's irises expand until her eyes are as dark and cold as the void between stars.
Your debt to me remains unpaid.
She stares at you, unblinking. You blink open your eyes and find yourself...
Quelle bande de sales enculés. À part celle l'oiseau, les autres, vraiment chiant. Bon, je fais une petite pause et je reviens. À tout de suite. Me revoici.
Right. Will do.
Bon. Je peux pas lui parler. Fait chier qu'on peut pas parler à la statue là. Bon. Est-ce que c'est un bug le fait que je peux pas lui parler? Il faudrait que je regarde ça. Le Drake est là ou pas? Non, si, il est là.
Hey, whose side are you on?
Yeah. I'm fixing to be sick. Happy to oblige. Sure thing. Happy to oblige. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Happy to oblige. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sure. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Pourquoi je prends...
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Ah oui, non, d'accord. Je me trompe de bouton. Bah venez, venez, venez. Moi ça me fait de l'XP. Je prends.
Flogging a figurehead. Futile. Seer must meet soon.
J'arrive et ou l'autre il vient de me tirer sur les autres là. Ah putain le con.
Right.
Allez, on va s'en donner à cœur joie.
I've got it. Enemies ahead.
On your attack, Cap.
What I can do about that? Aye, Captain.
Ain't you got the decency to die?
Must meet soon.
Hey, whose side are you on?
Another attack, Cap. Seer must meet soon.
Will do.
Marano dos. Se cramponne à ma jambe. Je te lâcherai pas. T'es mon porte-bonheur. Ça c'est bien, oui, petit truc comme ça, toujours marrant et autres. Faut que je nomme l'île. Allez hop. Desertica. Attends. Ah d'accord, elle devient un membre de matelot. Ouais, bon.
Enemies ahead.
Ah bah, il y en a un qui a voulu jouer au con. Il s'est fait exploser.
Let's go.
Putain, tu me fais chier ça. Putain là. Oh, c'est bon ça. On a l'air d'avoir de trucs cachés. notre récif.
Sorry, friend. Can't. Not even close. Hey, whose side are you on?
What for, Cap?
Eh putain, t'as fini toi avec ton tromblon de merde parce que je vais te niquer là. Ça va me faire chier lui. Utilise des pistolets.
Done and done.
Putain quoi, à chaque fois il me nique ma gueule. Je vais lui enfoncer dans le cul le tromblon et puis je vais tirer moi. Voilà ce que je vais faire. Hein. Putain quoi. Ah, botte de stabilité. Soi-disant, mes mecs sont devenus malades, mais il faut arrêter aussi les conneries. Hein. Allez. On va voir. Qu'est-ce que ces petites îles à m'offrir déjà? Hop. Profané. Bon. On va voir ce qu'on a ici. Un champ de bataille, une
Good
rivière.
gone. Gert's gonna get everywhere.
Will do.
Ouais, vraiment un ancien champ de bataille. Hein. Le pénis les uns trucs. Je suis à combien au niveau de l'XP moi? Il m'en faut encore. Si.
What for, Captain?
Take him down.
Takes a finger to blow her away.
Let's go.
Hey, that wasn't half bad.
What can I do you for? That hardly seems fair. No, easy on us.
Scallywag's hoe, Cap.
Sure.
Scallywag's hoe, Cap.
C'est une grande map, hein.
Another tag, Cap.
That hardly seems fair.
Enemies ahead. Not to alarm you, but I'm slowly dying of poison.
Done and done, Captain.
On it. I've got it. Enemies ahead.
Let's go.
Pour l'instant, je suis pas bien, hein. Je vais vite fait.
Never you mind that
J'ai
miss.
mis
I'll land the next one.
1500 pour l'instant.
That was about as useful simple as a bump on a pickle.
Bye. Keep your weather eye.
Up! Up! It's coming!
I'm sorry.
Apretta, inside.
C'est la statue.
On it.
Then swim back to Tikawara. We will take your share.
Ah, que c'est joli! Quel enculé! Ah ouais, putain, c'est du rouge, hein.
Hogwash.
See him like frog in a figurehead. Futile.
Let's go.
Oh, he hits it! What?
See him as me too.
Ouais, il vaut mieux que je me tire, hein. 74 dans ma gueule, le mec il est mort d'un coup. Je reviendrai plus tard.
Then swim back to Tikawara. We will take your share.
C'est trop puissant pour moi là actuellement. Eh, il a aucune difficulté. Et ça, c'est un personnage qui a 3 niveaux en dessous. Ça, c'est un personnage qui a minimum 4 niveaux en dessous. J'ai pas la puissance pour. Donc il faudra que je revienne faire joujou ici plus tard. On va aller ici, là, voir si on peut pas trouver 2-3 quêtes intéressantes.
A ship! I am saved!
Weeks I've been stranded here. The Valiant Trading Company sends no one. Unless... By whose standard do you call this settled? Ecosi, this tribe rattles my last nerve. I only tarry here because my shipmates went to Pococohara to search for Luminous Adra.
C'est bizarre parce que les mecs de la Blanche Étendue, moi je l'avais jamais eu. Puisque j'ai déjà fait le jeu au moins une fois, dès qu'il est sorti. Et ces mecs en font pas partie.
I worry that Ruano, the local chieftain, gave Captain Bez and my crewmates a false lead. Why would I go bobbing for reason in shark-infested waters? Ruano was the last to speak with the captain before she set sail. He squats in the hot northeast of... I would have joined her, but my stomach... something did not agree. Now it is weeks since they should have returned. I'm only the galley cook, not a search party. Bargroon. My grandparents gave up their nomadic ways when they moved to the... But I see the appeal of staying in one place, one safe place. Agrasima, this is hope. Payment is assumed with the company. They are quick to buy what they do not have. When we landed on Tikawara, the chieftain we feasted, danced, drank, and slept, only so we could feast, dance, and drink more. Perco Blanconet, music and ale are medicine. Even so, they did nothing to solve. He said we had come to rob and plunder. He and Nairi turned the villagers against us. After that, we slept on the boat and took turns watching the shore. Except for me. But in the early hours, our lookouts saw Ruano and Anaharu disappear. No one from the village. And by the afternoon, only Ruano. Now no one here will even talk of Anaharu. Our captain was eager to leave before the winds changed again. The priestess? She imagines me in the jaws of our feet. She lurks in the shrine next to that awful statue. The captain left all but Ecosi, but I'm almost out of ale.
Qu'est-ce qu'il a? Ah, il a un grimoire. Un grimoire, moi je pourrais le prendre. C'est quoi toi? Ça pourrait être intéressant. Ah, attends, tu vois? Allez, temps de rechargement, moins 10. Moi, je le prends quand même. Ça, je prends. Pas mal ce truc là. Prendre quelques feux d'artifice. prends toute la nourriture que je peux.
I must watch the supplies at the trading post. You will come to check on me, yes?
Il faut que je me casse. On pourrait croire que je pourrais y aller, mais non, je peux pas. Pour la simple bonne raison, c'est qu'il me faut un Rwanti. Sinon, ils vont me faire la gueule. Et comme j'y ai pas, bah... Vaut mieux pas essayer de tenter le diable. Désertica. Chikaka. J'en ai eu 2 où ça a raté. Putain. Ah lui, canonnier les plus... On a gagné que de la nourriture. Ah non, putain. C'est l'autre pute. Il va falloir que je la nique. Elle s'est échappée, putain, j'aurais pu la niquer. C'est quoi son truc? L'autre, il fait des expériences avec les animaux. Bon. Je refais une petite pause et je reviens. À tout de suite. Bon. Nous en voici. Voyons voir ce qu'on a.
You're far from home, farmer. How did you make it all this way in your little boat?
Why do we gotta be farmers just because we're from Deerwood?
Are you a farmer?
Yeah, but you can't just assume. We got rabble-rousers too.
I'm the harbor master, Koha. I must ask your reason for docking in Nekataka. Is that so? Well, Andra told me to protect the harbor, and Wodika herself signed the order.
C'est quoi ce bruit de grillon là?
Show them. Show them what you are.
On va leur montrer.
Yes. Yes.
What's the matter with you? What are you doing? If you're trying to scare us with some...
Now.
What? What is this?
Run for it!
On fait du jeu!
I think I got a ghost up my nose there. That's better.
I've got it.
Pourquoi il se sauve, franchement là? Je comprends pas. Bon. Non, c'est pas ça. Ah ah ah, sauvez-vous! Pauvre fou, je viens vous tuer. Ah 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 ah. Ils vont tous déguerpir.
Need a fresh jacket of pants? Something more delicate? If you have a fresh, take your time.
Voilà, pour ça je prends. Tu as quelque chose d'autre? Non, t'as rien d'autre. Pourquoi? Ah putain. Hachoir, bestiole. Palegia! Tu m'as manqué, Palegia.
Watcher.
Hey, I know those feathers. Pallegina.
You two know each other? I mean, I wouldn't be jealous if you did.
Know this last Cap? Oh, I weren't aware you fa-
I'm sure that even at Cadnois, you must have heard what happened when I returned to the Republics. The Republic survived. That is the most important thing. And here the company's business seems to be getting on fine without my interference. I suppose I should not be surprised considering all we went through. But no, I will not be coming with you, Watcher. I would be lucky if I wound up dead. Corres, Watcher.
Smooth Cap, like barnacle.
Palegia! Reviens! Oh la vache.
Sure.
Bon, il y a une taverne dans ce bruit là. Ouais, non, il semblerait pas. Bon. Faire un petit truc alors. Puisque j'ai pas la taverne.
You crack the spine of the old book, revealing blackened pages of dense, illegible text. Suddenly, the page widens to eclipse the world around you. A dark void stretches out on all sides. The air full of choking fumes that carry dying embers and curling flakes of ash. Something stirs in... An old woman steps forward, leering down at you from on high. Her smile is toothy and cruel.
I'm so glad that my messenger tracked you down. These days it's
Garde
impossible to find
ta distance, vieille faux.
Watcher, before you draw your weapon, know that these proceedings are under a banner of peace. If this was a trap, while Bareth whispers in one ear and Aethys shouts in the other, I thought you could use a more seasoned perspective to drown out the noise. Insolence will not help you here, child.
Ah mais si, surtout vers toi.
Don't you find it unusual how open and accessible my siblings have made themselves? And isn't it strange how we never bicker unless a mortal is watching? If we still possessed our glorious titans, my siblings and I would have put an end to Aethys and his rampage by now. While we are powerless to stop him, some of my kin wish to observe how mortals respond to this threat. They think it will shine a light on the value of our patronage. Have we raised you well enough to be self-sufficient? Or must we return to Eora and impose some corrective measures. A cross-section of society has converged on the Deadfire. Some of my kin are of an opinion that we are meant to judge more, while the rest of us have already made up our minds on the matter. Judge for yourself. But I think you'll find my intentions are more... When we ascended to godhood, we did so to provide for a savage people. Or perhaps even a society that had no need of us. Naive. How you and your allies counter this threat will demonstrate whether you are competent enough to guide your own death. The soft-hearted among us are counting on you to win this existential wager. No doubt, Aethys shares their... So now you know the truth. I assume you have questions. Prove it or disprove it, yes. I never agreed to this arrangement. An assertive minority of gods believe that your choices will prove the value of their wild optimism. As if mortal collapse. Then there are those of us who know better, who are not so easily convinced. Kith are vulnerable, unless they submit to the destiny we chart for them. Thinking otherwise can only breed dissent, whether knowingly or unintentionally. You seem to find yourself on the vanguard of... Some would react poorly if I stripped mortals of their freedom without giving them a chance to plead their case. Before I return to Eora and assume my position as your deserving tyrant, you have this opportunity to prove me wrong. To demonstrate whether or not mortals are responsible enough to claim their future. You speak as if you do. Mortals have precious little time to decide for themselves. I have every confidence that you will disappoint us. Once my position is upheld, the undecided among the gods will embrace my plan. It was an ambitious plan, our utopia. Assuming these roles gave us the authority to mold Eora over... On the outset of the plan, some believed that mortals would outgrow us. As if that was a favorable Aethys was one of those who supported mortals, while I have always been their most vocal critic. A valid, self-defeating question, and one we assumed that they, whoever they were, would reveal themselves to us. Rational government would rule in our stead, leaving... Thanks to Aethys, we're pulling the dough from the oven before it's had a chance to fully rise. You unfortunate bastards never had the chance to prove me wrong. Opposition can take many forms. If a church embraces and weaponizes my... Aethys is not known for subtlety. Twice now, he has contaminated the purity of our experiment.
Allez,
and
vas-y.
done so with
Et je le fous dans la gueule.
His approach was sophisticated, indirect. Besides, you are not worthy to speak his name. I am the counterpoint to the soft-hearted. It makes no difference if mortals pass some arbitrary... Regardless of my feelings, the timing of this crisis forces us to accelerate our schedule. You mean gods crafting a godless world? Naturally. My siblings desire to influence mortals and steer the... I have no intention of being left behind. Society, if our pantheon found that mortals had cultivated a perfect, lawful... Mortals need us. I know this as well as I know myself. Any satisfaction that my siblings derived from their little experiment would be short-lived. And it would fall to me to clean up after their mess. Make no mistake, Watcher. In this, I cannot be proven wrong. You have learned much already. Only ask if you are ready for the truth. Nothing you've done has tarnished it utterly. The wheel is our shared responsibility, and each of us... Aethys keeps the wheel in motion. He was our promise to mortals that time and labor would yield a desert. At the height of our power, we recognized the potential of the soul. We knew that it could be bound, split apart. Those of us who agreed with the Apotheosis Project, and many who did not. After the dust settled, we adopted the forms of beings from Aeora's most prevalent myths. Much of reincarnation's mechanism exists in the idea space of the wheel has but one material component in all of Aeora. Something we built to channel essence through luminous Adra. Before we intervened, the flow of essence was directionless, unpredictable. We succeeded in widening the gap. Before we took control of the wheel, reincarnation was error-prone, lacking forward momentum. Hollowborn were fairly common, and control gave us the power to strengthen the souls of intelligent kith over generations. We made you wiser, stronger, more. Every turning of the cycle demonstrated the righteousness of my belief. Speak, Watcher. It is... Yes, I think we will. This is...
Wodika nods stiffly. You feel her presence.
Quelle connasse. Comment je fais pour former un groupe? Je peux faire un groupe que dans une auberge. Ah non, voilà. Ils sont revenus, les petits locteux.
You eyeing that fresh shat bare paws lump of lumber yonder? That be the misery's delight. Malnage's pus-stuffed canker of a boat. Malnage be up in Romaro's head, or I've never had a roll on the waves. She finds him for us. She'll sink him soon.
And now Port Marge is behind us. I thought this would be a relief.
Care for a fish or two, you'll find...
Welcome. Of course.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Est-ce qu'il pourra me proposer des trucs mieux là pour le bateau celui-là?
Dora must think I work for free.
Will do.
Be with you in just a hazard of the... Came in on the sloop? I can hammer your ship together if you're apt to pay me for it. Aye. Captain Redora hasn't paid me for her commissioned firepower. While I'm up to my nose in debt, the wild mare gobbles up her... And now, pirates are holding my feet to the fire over some sham of a deal. If I don't get Redora's payment, I might as well start carving my swallow net. One where I mend principy ships and no...
And here I'd have thought a shipwright would be eager for...
Folk like that come by coin easy, only to lose it all again. Bastards are driving away business until I give in. Aye. But only once she fesses up that she doesn't have the... Call me a fool for holding out hope. She's an old client and a friend. Because I've got a backlog of work through the... And I'm old, damn it.
In other words, we need to go to the wild.
There's a right popular place. There are worse favors I could ask. You do that? A fair price go... It all comes down to blasted pan... Ugh. Come to...
Ah, voilà. Oh la vache. Voilà. Oh, putain, ah, ça c'était, c'est pas nouveau à la fin, c'est pas nouveau. C'est bizarre parce que j'avais jamais vu ça, quoi. Et je peux changer de bateau, mais oui, c'est bien ça. Lance à feu. Ah, ça c'est nouveau, c'est comme arme. Ah, ça, bon putain, ça c'est une lanterne. Putain, 8000, mais tu te fous de ma gueule. Ah ouais, pas mal ça. Oh la vache. Putain, je vais devoir vendre toute tout ce que je pourrais avoir pour... Putain, 5 tours de recharge, mais t'es une boule. Ah, celui-là il est pas mal, mais 18 000 quoi. Là j'ai des matelots que je peux recruter. Ouais, il me faudrait celui-là. Comme ça, j'ai plusieurs membres d'équipage qui m'aident. Parce que moi, j'ai ça, j'ai ce truc-là.
On it.
Gone shepherds us all, traveler. Seek out his
Where is Madiko? Where is that spoiled brat? I'm trying to be the responsible one in the family, and it's a heavy... Laro is past due for a company meeting. Mother wants me to drag the elusive...
Must be nice to be a layabout. Uncle Angbert would have...
Fuck. You'd think this district was a maze, the way he manages to hide. The spirit magnet. If you desire to get in the graces of the Valiant Trading Company, we can help each other. Mother's bank commands the wealth of the dead. Could I persuade you to watch out for Laro? I'd pay generously for your trouble. I'm concerned because Laro tends to feud with Orso, one of the local Valero rats. Così, I only manage the family. Better to ask why Laro isn't sprinting back to the Valeras. A brood of we squabble and compete, but Laro, the Pastinago takes it too far. It's Sally Bardato. If only more of her offspring were as accomplished. Would you? Laro and his miscreant friends carouse at the tavern, the falls above the Adra Mill, and the southwestern bridge. If you see him, tell Laro to get...
Well, we do have this thing with chasing a rogue god to the ends of Aora, but...
Mhm.
The Hazanui is at the palace, blaming the Valians for attacking one of their ports.
Well, did they?
Of course not. But the Queen must calm them
Well
down
met,
before they
stranger.
go to war over.
Akira, but isn't this district a fine place? I am not one meant to venture far from the gullet. Until recently, now that I am unemployed, I seek to make myself useful before the money runs out, and I must return to the Roparu as a pauper. More happens at the bathhouse than cleanliness and ease. One day, I overheard more than I ought to have. In my erring, I gasped. Akira, you want to follow the road north, up the mountain. A wonderful place. Would that I could cross its threshold. In spite of my time there, I cannot... The Queen granted this area of the city to the Valiant. In her welcoming embrace, the Queen...
Ah.
Merla, how is that?
Merde. J'en ai un qui veut me parler là.
Ship hunter taken.
You stood with me through more than anyone I've ever known. But a lot has happened over the last 5 years. After we parted, I set out to destroy the Leaden Key. It's controlled us for too long. I wanted to free Kith from it. So for 5 years, I've been tracking down Leaden Key circles, searching for the places where they operate in secret, trying to undo them. The task has been more difficult than I anticipated. I don't think I fully understood the weight of the decisions I would have to make. It was much easier when I only had to follow someone else's lead. My father's, Theos's, yours. I wish I knew. After we defeated Theos, I thought the hard part of undoing his work would be tracking down the Leaden Key's members and operations. Perhaps this would be easier with an exam. I went to a village in Old Avalia. A rundown... Aye, right home like it was. Centuries ago, the Leaden Key had intervened to end some heretical... The details were lost, but what had endured was a practice of ritual blood...
You got an eye for charming little towns, I'll say that much.
At every full moon, the villagers would feed the soil with their blood. No one, young or old, sick or hale... That's where it gets complicated. The village priest administered the practice. Grim old fellow. Reminded me of Thea.
Wicked old bunbag. 'Tis what the lad means.
He was a tyrant. I was certain that if the villagers were free of his influence, they'd be free. So I arranged for him to have an accident. I did it for the right reasons. Not that this changed me. The old man died. and they were convinced his death was an ill omen. They blamed it and every other mishap that befell, so they began bloodletting every week, turning on their neighbors for giving too little. Instead of a handful dying each year, a few perished every week. I had to do something, didn't I? I keep wondering what I might have done differently, or how I could have known better. I suppose... Thank you. It's a relief to share this burden. You've given me a lot to think about. Ah, that. I'm looking for an old Leaden Key sect. I've found several references. I want to be sure. Please, let me go over my notes again. Then I promise I'll tell you everything.
Putain, j'ai pas assez de compréhension.
Sure.
I only deal with serious clients. Now, shoo. Done. You are dismissed, Nadiko. But it is impossible to find skilled work when every competent freelancer, when blood travels south of their brains, the value of a good bounty is forgotten. You, a nameless face of the street? I do not make a habit of shepherding new talent, but we will cut your teeth on Biakara, a Huana sailor and would-be patriot. Glad. Biakara sails have questions? Ask your questions, Aimiko. But you have your quarry over. Ak, but too much eagerness. Ak, but I blame. Our privateers are busier. Where are the Kasita?
If you've come on business with the Valiant Trading Company, it will have to wait until morning. We're closed. There's no need for you to be here after hours. Moving on.
Faut que j'attende demain.
The Queen is holding court today with the...
How long before
I don't have a voice for shanties these days. Too much...
Not even my Vithrak darling.
A 10-minute... Seto, per
You enjoy a coin, my friend? Can you lift a sword?
Hail and welcome to the what? Now, what can I do for you? You see anything you like?
Non, faut que j'économise du... Économise du pognon. donc on va pas acheter de trucs. Bon, même si je vais pas reprendre la sauvegarde
My
juste
one
avant.
solace from the
Attends,
tedious
pas déconner.
bureaucracy.
I knew our paths would cross eventually. Not yet, but I know. Tell me, you are the one who sails that fine ship, Huck? Terrorize the docks with spirits, Huck? I am Aboko, and I am positioned to offer 1,000 times I practice my speech. Mera, never did it go this poorly. Agrasima, do you know what my problem is, amico? I am supposed to be in the business of giving bounties, but I know no one who hunts them. No one will unfurl their sail for my humble payments. But I must start from the bottom and work my way to the top, huh? Agrasima, if you are ever lacking in drinking money, you will take the job. Agrasima, I will start you on Mariel. The map, my contact saw her leaving Port Maje and heading west of Maje Island. My first bounty to pay off. An exciting day for us both. Maybe it's not much, but as I make more I finally managed to land the rights to a bounty of value. The local tribes call him Purakeo, after a sea dragon of legend. Even so, they have no to think that such a magnificent creature could also be a water-hoarding pest. Agrasima, my friend. A marauder gang boss called Nomu broke free of custody along with the rest of his...
Nomu slipped the noose again. That half-mastered bastard be free...
You seem familiar, friend. Prison is too kind for a pirate. So there is a...
D'accord, j'ai réussi à... Bon là... Là ils s'entendent pas, donc on s'en fout, mais j'ai réussi à faire en sorte comme quoi il est plus en rouge avec moi.
Where in the blazes is that old man?
Elle va se barrer la danseuse, hein.
Yeah, right. Nice and slow. Hey, be quiet. Yeah.
Have you seen an old elf hanging around here lately? Dresses funny, probably drunker than an eel in a barrel of mead. That old goose punter owes me a fair bit of coin. $5,000 coppers if you'd believe it. And if you give me my money back, I'll give you a 20% share as thanks. Fine, Andra's great sagging tits, fine. You can have 40% and rights to whatever baubles Oswald has on him. How about this? I give you 60% and we never discuss this again.
Très bien.
Haggling for the fun of it not keeping you busy enough? The man I'm looking for, Oswald, was especially fond of one of the... Maybe you can get more out of her than I can. She refuses to speak to me, the snippy little cur. She wasn't receptive to my Maybe you can get more out of her than I can. What do you want to know? I was hoping you wouldn't ask me that. I'm one of the countless minor nobles that litter the Deerwooden countryside. You know Admeth Hadret, hero of the War of Defiance? When people find out, they start doing weird shit. Calling me lady, opening doors for me, buying me drinks. The man's a family friend. Has been... It's my fault, really. Man's a wizard. You understand. Must have been a crock of shit. I thought I knew him better than that.
Yeah? Right. Steady does it.
Tu m'as pas vu, tu m'as pas vu.
You say I cannot down the rest? Watch me, amico. Madico, it is no wonder I thirst. Ado, why do you stare? Grassima. Even in the Oasis, if you grant wishes, there is a vacancy on my ship.
Yet another reminder that not every seaworthy vessel will be crewed up to the standards of the sorcerer.
Sientere, Frero. Next time around the wheel, perhaps. The fun ran dry with the when the dancers seem more than an empty purse. Merla, and he hired muscle. Sientere, but you are too late to collect. A gang in the northern alley stole every coin. I cannot hire a crew, much less repay Zamar. If they wanted Zamar to thirst for coin, it Botsons will regret it when I turn my cannons to them.
Those the cannons you'll be waiting for Zamar to cast you. Because I'll be seeing more holes in that plan than in any Principe Mast's future or no.
Wizard lights drew me like a moth to the alley, and the blow to the back of the head that followed. Then a wolf sat on my chest while a group of thugs went through my pockets. It growled like a thunderstorm and drew. I stumbled back here and traded all I had left for the comforts of the mare. When you got their leader, tell them Rad.
Ok.
Sure. Will do.
What do you suppose that bally thing is?
I'll get it open.
Rank thievery? Really? Get out! You are no longer welcome here.
Non, j'ai pas encore volé. Pourquoi on m'en veut alors que j'ai rien fait? Je suis un pauvre. Tout de suite les grands mots quoi. Et statue en or. Si elle fait cela.
I will give you an experience you won't soon forget. I must assume the question beneath your question. Perseverance. But we cannot always be strong.
Je suis pas là pour histoire de fesses.
Come to seek ablutions for your sins? Get it? Ablutions? Massage? Bath?
Non, c'est bon, arrête tes conneries.
Come, lay your head on my breast. I will read to you the work of my favorite poet, Skilber. I'm sure I don't know who you're talking about. Now please leave. If I knew a man named Oswald, and if that man was in... Now, is there something else I can do for you? I'm sure I don't know who you're talking about. Now... Oswald has visited oft of late. He's a sentimental old man, and he longs for the words of our homeland, Adir. He's grown paranoid recently, however, always muttering about the shadows following him, and he came to me in a panic a few days ago and shoved his journal into my hands. He told me he'd be back for it, but I wonder. Perhaps his journal would help you find him. Here, take this key.
I've got it.
Voir le journal. Il est où le journal? Non mais c'est pas un journal ça. Ça non plus. Putain, ils m'ont foutu où? Allô? Ah, voilà. Bon, bah, on dirait que les mecs de de la clé plombier l'ont trouvé.
Have you got any leads on that mad old goat yet? Have you got any leads on that? Oh, Oswald, you really stepped in it now, haven't you? Getting mixed up with Woodikins? Where could they have taken him? Not really. To be honest, I spent most of the trip out from Defiance Bay, bent over the bulwark, giving Andra a taste of my innards. Damn, if only I could find that captain who gave us passage to the Deadfire. Bet he'd know. When our ship neared Nekataka, the bosun told me about a weird temple on an island in the Karatapu Channel, southwest of the city. She wouldn't tell me what it was for, though. Got real spooked when I asked. Go take a look then, and let me know what you find. With any luck, you'll catch the old...
Bon, c'est le
You're
matin.
a follower of the light?
Light? Oh, you mean... well, depends on what you mean by follow.
Maybe you heard earlier? I follow Aethys too. Mostly. Way. I mean, I am a
Headquarters are
child
still
of the Dawn
closed,
Stars,
sir.
Even at first...
Hey, I wanted to ask you something. It's about Shodi. She means well. I can see that. But anybody got that much faith in any god, let alone Aethys? I get why she's like that. But it's 'cause of that I'm no good at hiding it from her either. I don't see this getting better. Doesn't seem like she's any different than what she shows. Same thing, really. That's just her. I guess that sounds familiar. That's good, I guess.
Quelle heure il est?
For you.
Oh, maybe you don't want to talk about it. Was it the way I said it? Or maybe I'm in need of a washing.
Je peux rentrer, je peux rentrer. Je veux Palégia, Palégia. Parce qu'elle a les rapports avec les trucs.
It's still going? When will those arrogant louts decide that enough is enough?
Will do.
C'est les chiottes.
Yeah? Sure. Huh? Nice and slow. Yeah? Be quiet.
D'accord, d'accord. J'y touche plus.
Just a moment. There we are. So, did Alvari send you? Well, you're no clerk. Sientere, Watcher. I was Oleska Saraso, advisor. Did you get turned around? What can I do for you today, Watcher? I will not lie. Our fortunes dwindle. I only handle the numbers, sir. If you are looking for work, you should speak with Governor...
Alvari. C'est en bas.
Eccoci. You have business here? You're in luck. They go...
An interesting surprise. The Watcher of Cadnoa, no? I am told that is your ship in the... I am Nueva Alvari, Governor in Residence of the Valiant Trading Company. An interesting question. Director Castol concerns himself with the business of the Valiant Trading Company. I am afraid you must deal with me for the time being. You seek work, information. These are things I can help you with. Well, the Valiant Trading Company has been... The company also engages in more mundane life. Welcome back. Is there some... Please, go ahead. Ha! What don't? I tend to the day-to-day business of... The director takes a broader view of the business. Well, the Valiant Trading Company has been here in... The company also engages in more mundane life. A very broad question. It is simple science. As with most fields of study, very well.
Putain, normalement il devait me filer du travail, y a rien. Et j'ai pas parlé déjà. C'est pas ici alors. C'est pas la compagnie, ça doit être les... Bah les ducs peut-être.
How'd you come by that scar on your
Y a
brow,
rien que les ducs
Alof?
quelque part.
This.
Bon, on va s'arrêter là, on a dépassé le temps. Bah, on a fait pas mal de trucs, hein. On a bien éclairci aussi la... Merde, les zones, etc. Le seul problème, c'est qu'il me faut du fric. Du fric. Du fric. Et dans les plus brefs délais, bien sûr. Donc il va falloir que je dépense énormément. Enfin, que je dépense, que je vende énormément. Bon. Je vous remercie d'avoir suivi ce live. Pensez à follow les chaînes Twitch et YouTube pour la rediffusion. Et je vous dis bye bye et à bientôt.